Well, hello and welcome back to Neo Scavenger and to the backlog. I'm your host, Jason Wright, and we are headed north. We have got to find Camp Greyling around here, but we've got to do it without being spotted by all of the people who want to kill us. Okay. See, I just mentioned not dying. Ditch vehicle. No, let's take cover. I don't necessarily need my vehicle. Removes cover, makes you vulnerable, not always available. Ditch the vehicle. We're gonna wait. We're gonna search the area. See if we're gonna find this fellow. He's got a crowbar with a strap. He's fallen. He's okay, we're gonna sneakily retreat. Alright, player sneaks out of battle from stranger leader. Okay. Oh, stranger leader. Oh no. Yeah, we've got to get out of here. Let's try to just scarper away. Hopefully this dusk crud. If it was brighter out, we'd be able to see better. So let's come in here. Spend a little bit of time scavenging. Locked storage shed. Can I bust it open with one of these? Yes. Yes. Strong. Mechanic. Not sneaking at all. Alright, what did we find? What did we find? An actual backpack. Perfect. Alright, let's empty this out. Scrap of paper. Alright, sort yourself out. Blue jeans. But I've got cargo pants. I don't need blue jeans. But I got a sleeping bag. Let's chuck that in here. Hold on. Let me do a little bit of inventory Tetris. You know what? We've got plenty of that. Don't need no stupid shoe. Hungry like the wolf. All right. Oh, a flashlight. Any place to put that? Perfect. I mean, not that I need a secondary flashlight, but it's nice to have just in case. Oh, actually, I guess that was my primary flashlight over here. Okay. Oh, well. Raw. Where's my cooked meat? There's my cooked meat. There's my cooked meat. Okay, let's put one of these in here. Put the raw meat in here. You know, I was thinking about it. Having a shopping cart while you're trying to survive is really, really awesome. You can use it for so much stuff. You could use it as a grill, even. Just light a little fire underneath it, and away you go. Oh, what was that? Not enough moves left for the turn. Oh, crud. Alright, players in a campsite. Awkwardly pulling a basket without any wheels or handles. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, it broke. Can I fix it? Shopping cart frame. Wrench. Mechanic. Some string. No. No. Let's leave that alone. Let's leave that alone. I don't know if we're far enough away to not have that be a problem, but I'd very much prefer not to find out either way. All right. Can I? Oh, no. Shopping cart frame. Shopping cart basket. Oh, no. Spoiled meat now. I'm going to have to make choices. I did not want to have to make choices. Hold on. Let me just check and make sure there's nothing else that needs to go in here to fix up. Oh, a crowbar with strap. Ooh. I didn't know that was a possibility. Condition 4.7%. Yeah, let's do that one instead. Yeah, oh, let's confirm that. That sounds good. Anyway, meanwhile, back here. Hmm. I mean, we're close enough. We don't really need all this stuff. I just want it all. I don't think we can fix it. That's super unfortunate. We're going to have to drop a bunch of stuff. All right, this... Can I put this on? Oh, I might... Can I just use this as weapon? Nope, doesn't look like it. So what's the strap do? What's the purpose of the strap? I don't really know what the purpose of the strap is. Maybe I can chuck it. All right, I'm going to need the water. Let's eat this meat. Well, we've got it. How are my shoes doing? 50 and 12. So I need the right boot, if possible. Do I have a spare right boot? I thought I had a spare of both shoes. I don't see a spare. Crud. All right. Oh, I've got shards of glass in here. That's unfortunate. All right, let's grab the scraps of foil. Top up that. And I think we're ready to go. That's unfortunate. We got to leave all this stuff behind. Monkey wrench, can I grab that? No, I really can't. All right, farewell, everybody. 41%. Oh, yeah, let's swap this out before we go. And there we go. Well, it was fun having a vehicle while it lasted. Let's go. Player is tired. I am tired. I need to find a place to sleep. Oh, okay. Maybe we can set up a little camp. Oh, I don't have my sleeping bag with me. Well, that's stupid. All right, well, let's sleep a little. And hopefully we don't encounter anything unfortunate. All right. Oh, no. Something fell apart. Oh, some water. Do I have any empty bottles? Water, 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 water. Okay, let's use that. Use. Fill up the water bottle. And then let's just use some more of this. Since it's here. All right, good. We're pretty well rested. It's a bit cold out. Honestly, I need to put a hat on. But I haven't found... I don't know if there are hats in this game. I just plumb don't remember. All right, we've made quite a ways up here. Camp Greyling is way over here, though. There she be. So, let's get it going. Hopefully we don't discover too much. Let's see what we can... Oh, no. Destroyed office buildings? No, let's just leave. Yep. Ah, there we go. I love these lodges. Ooh, that's abandoned high-rise buildings. And another little lodge. I don't know what it is about these, but I just love them. Abandoned mobile home. Use that, and that, and that. Scavenge with a light source. There we go. What did we find? What did we find? Laptop. A makeshift bag. Some string. A bottle. Some water. Oh, more tinfoil. Good. If you get enough tinfoil, you can make a poncho that will cover you when we get to Camp Greyling. Makes it super easy to... Oh, crud. We're dodging people now. We're dodging people. What is this? Abandoned buildings. Abandoned high-rise buildings. Is he following me? I'm leaving these tracks behind, so he totally could follow me. Let's scavenge real quick at the shack in the forest. I'm making a lot of noise here. Oh, yes. Binoculars with strap. 17, 28. Can I... Oh, do I have to put this up here? No. Okay. I don't know what the strap does. I really don't know what the strap does. If you know what it is, put it in the comments below. That would be real great. But having that allows me to see much farther. Oh, it's just super helpful for avoiding random people you don't want to face off against. Making our way there. Ooh, abandoned buildings. Just gonna stop out in the middle of everywhere. Gonna avoid the swamp. Ooh, and some abandoned houses and trailers. Oh, one more. Hey, Camp Greyling. Okay, so I pretty much just need to go straight north from here. Oh, crud. There was a dog man. I just saw him kind of flash up there. Because I've got the, because I've got these Spectre specs on, I can see that sort of thing. And it's getting really dark out. Player is unable to see well in these conditions, making activity difficult. I'm really close, but I might have to spend the night in this shack here. Yes. Love having all this stuff. Confirm. What do we find? A pot. And I can't put that on my head, unfortunately. But if I started a fire, I could boil some rags in it, and then I would have clean rags for all of my medical purposes. Oh, which actually I don't need anymore. Cool. Why don't we do that? We're gonna build a little fire. Oh, I don't have any... I don't have any more activity. Hold on. Let's end the turn. It's gonna get super dark here, isn't it? So let's add some water. Lighter. And the pan. Let's make a small campfire. Confirm. And now we can make clean rags. Not enough moves left to craft. All right. Fine. Be that way. Let's put one of these on my face and put the rest of these right there. Perfect. I may make some more of those. Might need those later. But I think for right now, we're just going to end turn. Players unable to see well in these conditions, making it difficult. Well, there's a fire. All right, where's my meat? Ah, it's spoiled. Well, that's unfortunate, but it does happen. Can't take the pot with me, can I? No, I cannot. Well, I wanted to grab another bite before we headed up, but I don't think we're going to be able to do that. I think we're just going right for it. Players unable to see well. Run out of turns. Huh. We're still out of turns. Player can see again. I should probably sleep some more. Hide tracks. Hide. Sleep. Yep. Sleep it. Yeah, and I'm getting thirsty. That's okay, I've got water. Something's approaching you as you slumber. Oh, confirm. Player woke up. I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Where'd I go? Use. 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 Oh, berries. Red. Should I eat them? Yep. I hope they don't come back to haunt me. Because that does happen sometimes. Oh, some rocks. Good to use for my sling here. All right, should I scavenge real quick? There's a locked storage shed. I might as well. Oh, and I've found some good stuff. A good backpack. Yes. Let's empty this out. New hoodie. A spare shoe, just in case I need it. Spare binoculars. Okay. Spare hoodie. How's my hoodie doing? It's 39%. It's all right. Cool. All right, and there you have it. A good backpack and a makeshift sack. Do I really need the makeshift sack, or should I drop that now that I've got a good backpack? Can we reorganize this a little better? Yeah, a little bit. I'm close to being able just to dump the sack. I don't think I need the chunks of fur. Because... yeah, I think I need the trapper. I was looking it up. I think I need the trapper skill to use these to make a poncho for myself. Which is real nice, but ultimately... only useful if you got the one thing, so... yeah. Put some rocks in there. Alright. I think we're ready. Uh-oh. Random stranger. I'm hidden, so I'm not laying any tracks. But it is... costing me more to move. All right, here we go. The road on which you walk is a vanishing one, besieged by dirt and grass. Cracked concrete leads you through parted woods of pine and aspen. Well dense, ghost-white mist swirls in and out of an earthen darkness. The air bites colder here. A flagpole emerges from the gray canvas before you, flying no flag at its peak. You soon reach a great wall made of lines of Jersey barriers, defending a tall and sturdy gate, fortified by the wreckage of the cars that once rammed the barricade. It seems that, at one point, quite a few people became desperate to return to the base. You find their bones right where they left them. To one side, a derelict sign reads, Camp Greyling. The main gates of the military base are a daunting sight to behold, heavy with purpose and impregnability. While there's no shortage of perches for climbing, the sheer number and variety of corpses heaped between the double barricades suggest that breaking into Camp Greyling won't be that easy. A fine mesh fence continues through the woods on either side of the gates, just clearing the tree line. To your right, the fence skirts a path that leads down to a body of water. To your left, it runs deep into dark forest, foreboding and beckoning at the same time. All right, to your left, I think we need to go to the forest, take the right path, because I don't think the lake is a good idea, not with Swamp Thing here. Walking between a dense spread of trees and the electrified fence, you look for places where you might climb and leap over, but it's as if the forest knows where Greyling's boundaries are, fearful of disobeying. Deep within Camp Greyling, eerie lights weave through the fog, punctuated by an occasional sound that's as much vaguely machine-like as it is animalistic. Soon you see it. 3 gigantic sphere-like structures dotted with lights along the tops. Something dark crosses your view. You look down. A look of horror hangs on the wide-eyed, rotting face of a woman caught on the other side of the fence, as if trying to flee. The back of her head, neck, and arms are all charred to bone. Okay, so Stay away from the flamethrowers. You see a handful of bodies along the inner grounds. Every inch of their skin facing towards the base is burnt. Beyond them, you see antenna-mounted pylons wordlessly gloating over their likely handiwork, daring you to come. Further ahead, the end of the fence line turns inward, just before a vast and vile-looking swamp. Even the woods don't dare to venture in, and you'd be a sitting duck trying to wade through it. Luckily, you may not have to. You've found several places where the electrified mesh fence is partially cut. Any amount of prolonged contact will be pure agony. Both the right tool and every inch of your threshold for pain, you might just get through. All that's left is the choosing. Okay, access your things, leave Camp Greyling, cut through one of the spots, look to the base grounds, explore outside the fence. Let's look to the base grounds. The pylons you see forming a perimeter beyond the fences are much clearer now. However, that doesn't help you in identifying them. They almost look like radar towers, but they aren't moving. 3 white orb-like structures dwarf several buildings in the foreground. A small shed, an air traffic controller tower, an enormous hangar, and a barracks. Beyond that, long runways stretch between even more hangars. You catch a glimpse of what they likely hold, unmanned aerial vehicles. A couple of small, sleek drones sit here and there, some crashed, others relegated to the mercy of the elements. The rest, you'd guess, likely sent safely inside. There's not a living soul in sight. The dead, however, are readily available for company. All right, so we've looked. We can access our things. Let's do that real quick. You rummage through your things for anything that might help. Okay, so no. All right. Explore outside the fence. Yep. I think we're just gonna have to cut through one of the spots. Because I don't think exploring outside the fence is gonna help us. I think we just gotta get in there. It's gonna be painful, but I've gotten through before. Let's go. With everything you've been through, the first few cuts through the electrified mesh fence chip off little from your resolve. But after 10, 20, 30, it becomes difficult to ignore the vicious tingling, the spreading sting, the sensation of skin pulling and twisting against itself. You sweat with anticipation before each cut, and pause for relief after. The simple task of cutting a few wires has grown into an increasingly gargantuan task. Eventually, after a grueling test of your resolve, you decide that's it. That's good enough. A few kicks, and the fence folds over. What happens next is as painful as it is confusing. Searing pain washes over your skin as if breaking the fence has opened a dam. You instinctively cower from the burning, finding refuge no further than the nearest intact mesh. No flashing lights, no loud sirens, just pain where the barrier is broken. Who knew? Let's check our things. Check our things? You rummage through your things for anything that might help. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, I think this might help. Oh, maybe I should take some... Oh, crud. I've used all my painkillers. Okay. Okay, alright, well. It's not perfect, but let's go. Enter Camp Greyling. You've barely moved when the invisible beam of heat envelops you. It's a sudden kind of intense warmth, shallow but startling, and it mounts in your skin quickly, gathering forces for more of a severe burn. Power through toward the inner base. Get out. Let's power through. Here we go. You brace yourself for the pain, numbing your mind with concentration and steeling your body with willpower. Heat is only heat. 5 steps. That's how far you run before the turret wrenches away your focus and pisses all over your willpower. Heat is not just heat. It's excruciating and is setting a million little skin-bound fires over every part of your body facing the emitter. You find ways to manage it while you keep up a fast jog, but it is burning. Every step is the smallest triumph in the world, and they're shrinking. And so are you. With weakened legs, you fall. You fail to clear one foot past the shin of the other, and you take a tumble. You stop, and that's when you feel it. A void. A cold one. You sit up. In the distance, the turrets are turning away from you. You've done it. Somehow you managed to clear the field. As you stand, a rush of pain returns to you, but it's residual. As fast as you ran, you endured a concentrated and prolonged scourging, and your body won't forget its wounds. Before you can go on, squealing and servos echo from behind you, drawing your attention back to the fences. A belt-wheeled drone is positioning itself by your handiwork. With skinny limbs, the mesh is spliced and patched, and moments later, the repair bot is trundling back into its access trench like nothing happened. Given how long it takes to cut through the fence even without a turret at your back, it's clear that going out the way you came in would mean death, most painful. You'll have to find another way. For now, the grounds of Camp Greyling await. The dense mist coils around the base's ethereal lights. Every step peels back the white curtains bit by bit. As you cross into a central area flanked by several looming structures, 3 megalithic spheres consider you from beyond them. On the far side of the base, like a hand considers an ant on its palm. As you near the center, a wall of mist thickens before you, reclaiming everything into obscurity. Your only sense of direction is cold from the array of lights searing through the haze, forming eerie constellations you can almost reach out and touch. You press on. One by one, your steps reveal buildings, some small, some the size of giants. You stand at the epicenter of Camp Greyling. A vast central area opens up before you, awash in blind white halogen and ghostly clouds, menacing, silent, and otherworldly. From the swirling gray, unmoving shadows climb out of their wombs and assume their true forms. Various buildings surround the central area. Your eyes are drawn to the nearby storage shed first. Farther out stand an air traffic control tower, a barracks, and a maintenance hangar. But there's one figure that demands more of your attention, as do its 4 siblings behind it. With heavy bone-crushing thuds on a corpse-littered tarmac, they tread on 6 spider-like legs. All too familiar, octagonal emitters are mounted on their backs, and they're coming for you. Oh boy, now we've got to choose. Use the transponder, run for cover towards one of the surrounding buildings, attack the machines, which is not gonna be a good thing. I don't remember if we're supposed to use the transponder. Or if we're just supposed to run towards one of the buildings. I think maybe I have to use the transponder and run towards one of the buildings. Yeah, I think we gotta run towards the buildings. Yeah. Smartly, you recognize the futility of going up against the VMADs. Oh, is that what they're called? However, the barracks, tower, and hangar lie beyond them, and the machines could not look more territorial if they tried. What you need to do is get indoors, and fast. But where? Run through them to the maintenance hangar, unprotected. Run through them to the barracks, unprotected. Run through them to the control tower, unprotected. Run away to the nearby storage shed. See, this word unprotected here makes me think that, to the storage shed. Might as well. Let's go. You bolt towards the storage shed. The VMADs follow you, their emitters locked on. You feel a blast of burning run across your skin, mounting with every step, but you push through it. You manage to make it to the door of the shed before it gets too bad. You seal yourself inside, and the pain subsides. You can still hear the VMADs outside, circling, stalking, taunting. Okay. In contrast to the base's outside areas, the interior of the storage shed is a small sanctum of darkness, absolved of fog, extending only a half-dozen yards in either direction. Sounds from the VMADs outside ring loud, however, never allowing you to forget they're there. Along the walls, you see little that you can use. A few rotting pieces of wood lay in splinters, pallets in another lifetime, caked with grime and dirt. But there's hope. The lone downlighter in the shed draws your eye down to its illuminated cone, and there's an old forklift in here. Leave. Access your things. Check out the forklift. Well, might as well check out the forklift. A thick layer of dust covers every surface, though it does nothing to hide the rust peeling up from the black and green paint job. The heavy-duty frame would give you some assurance for safety if it weren't for the cab being made wide open from all sides. Still, it might be good for something. You sit inside and give the ignition a try. Despite appearances, she still moves. Unfortunately, forklifts have never been known for moving very fast. What's more, the shed's main doors won't budge. If this forklift is going to get outside, it'll have to be by breaking them down. Hanging on the wall behind you is a rope. Okay, look around the storage shed. Rig the forklift to drive itself out of the shed. That's a good idea. Drive the forklift out of the shed. They don't go fast. That's not going to work. Take a look under the hood. Ooh. Let's do that. Opening the engine compartment, you assess its innards, just to check if everything is as it should be. You confirm your suspicions. A speed-limiting device is installed. It'll be a simple matter to unhook it from the injection pump and free the machine to run at its natural speeds above a measly 10 miles per hour. Without carrying any kind of load whatever, risks the device was meant to minimize shouldn't be relevant to what you need to clear the VMADs and reach the other buildings. Perfect. All right, remove speed limit and rig the forklift to drive itself. Remove speed limit and drive the forklift. Leave the limiter where it is. No. Let's get rid of it. With a callous hand, you dismantle the speed-limiting device. You take the rope from the wall and begin rigging the forklift to drive straight without you at the wheel. Just because it can go faster now, there's no reason to leave yourself so exposed in the cab. It's ready. All that's left is to direct it towards one of the 3 buildings outside and ride out as much of the pain as you can. The VMADs will grow senses of humor before they let you pass freely, and without a bit of luck, you can weather through it. All right. So, we've got to choose. Direct it to the maintenance hangar. Direct it to the barracks. Direct it to the control tower. I think we need to go to the hangar, if I remember correctly. Because the way I got out last time was on a UAV. Yeah, let's try that. I don't know if we can get to the other ones after we rig the thing to go, but let's direct it to the maintenance hangar. Yes, confirm. The forklift rends the shed's main doors and cuts a path through the mist. You hang off the side, suicide style. The VMADs scramble to home in on your position. The commotion only throws them off for a few seconds. The emitters are back in play, pushing torrent after torrent of radiation at you. You feel your skin prick and sizzle, the heat burrowing through every cell exposed to the machines. It's quick to reach your pain threshold, but so are you to reach the maintenance hangar. You dash inside, away from your predators, while the forklift veers off and crashes. You won't be forgetting that pain anytime soon, but at least you've suffered no severe burns. Well, that's good. Yes. Okay. You stand in awe of the impossible space foiled inside the hangar. The walls and rafters seem to recede at your approach, easing into the shadows of infinity. You shudder to think what was once housed here. No mere aircraft, surely. Something much bigger. Whatever it is, it's left a grand vacuum meekly filled by a small, unmanned aerial vehicle in the center, evidently midway through repairs, dwarfed by the pyramid of ghostly light in which it rests. Nearby, a maintenance hatch in the floor lies open. Well, that's right. Yes, there. Check your things. Leave. Examine the UAV. Explore the hatch. Let's go down to the hatch. I remember there was a computer down here. This is where we use the USB device. Tiny green maintenance lights lead your eyes deep into the earth, down a tight crawl space beneath the hatch. A rush of air drifts upward, smelling of silicon and copper, of thermoplastics and tin, and of beginnings and ends. You see nowhere else to go but into darkness. You carefully ease yourself down, catching the last glimpse of the surface, in case it is your last. Climb down. The concrete tunnel grows intent with sealing you in, tightening its grip around you with each rung you descend. You lose count of how many times your knees and elbows scrape against the sides. You reach a point where neither up nor down seems to have an end, and you've convinced you've found yourself a new kind of destiny. But like so many times before, you press on. There's too much at stake. You lower your foot, expecting to find more ladder, but it's floor that meets your expectation. The air feels entirely different this steep down, warmer, more arid. You step off the rungs, expecting a whole other world. You walk forward, and blue-white lights rise like an ancient tide. In concentric rings around you, rows upon rows of 6-feet-high CPUs extend as far out as the hangar above. You hear the endless exhale of vents and internal fans. The LED lights cycle and flicker and stare. In front of you, a path leads straight down to a curved desk on a raised platform, immaculately crafted and beholden only to the great black mirror before it. Oh yes, let's do some gaming. You set yourself on a black leather chair, in reach of a sleek-looking keyboard anchored to the desk's center. The giant monitor looms high ahead. Against its onyx abyss, pale white text glares with an unintelligible sequence. A jitter wipes it all away until, letter by letter, a single word takes its place. Black-white. Black-white online, a voice says. At the bottom of the screen, the outline of a thin rectangle reaches across. Pixels of white start to fill its inner void, left to right, with the slowness of nightfall. Smith credentials remain active. Unsealed are 1.16 exabytes of data. What will user Smith review? That's a lot of exabytes of data. Shoot. And who's this user Smith? The base's artificial intelligence, black-white, idles while blinking cursor beckons for a command. The keyboard on the desk shimmers in the screen's dim glow. Everything you've come across in your journey through Michigan floods your mind. Every question, every puzzle, every mystery. Along the monitor's lower edge, the status bar steadily continues to fill. You may not get all your answers. You are at the home screen of the Greyling subterranean AI, black-white. Oh, you query. Okay, leave. Query black-white. Query Camp Greyling. Query unexplained phenomena. Query Philip Kindred. Oh, let's do the unexplained phenomena, yeah. Numerous accounts of paranormal sightings by citizens around the Michigan area, characterized primarily by rodentine, insectoid, and/or spectral descriptions. Frequency of sightings correlates closely with population concentrations and growth. Around Michigan? From what you've seen of late, most of Michigan has been ghost towns and wasteland. Black-white task process is at 20%. The psychological community poses several theories for the rise of anthropomorphism in public consciousness, citing as factors film and book releases, social media, and the ease of photo manipulation, and chiefly among them, a general sense of growing unrest, even as quality of life nationwide reaches an all-time high. The results that follow number in the hundreds of thousands, one less reputable than the next. You don't have time to wade through it all. The progress bar continues its march as black-white returns to the home screen. Philip Kindred. Who's Philip Kindred? Am I Philip Kindred? Query black-white. Let's query the camp. So as you explore, you'll come across things that you can then query when you come here. And it'll give you lore about them. But we've not actually found a lot of the things. I don't know who Philip Kindred is. Let's go. Camp Greyling. Black-white replies. 443551 North, 845358 West, Crawford County, Michigan. Founded in 1913, it's the largest training facility for the United States National Guard. In 2016, Camp Greyling became a leading center for unmanned aerial vehicle operations. When advancements in drone technology solved the need for individual pilots, UAVs functioned as a single unit, operated centrally with minimal human oversight. Later, an interagency initiative built on intelligence to manage drone assets independently, Greyling's UAVs were placed under its control and redesignated autonomous aerial vehicles. There's a pause. These primary functions are handled by Black-White. The progress bar continues its march as Black-White returns to the screen. We're at 40%. I think we got time for one more. So it's either Black-White or Philip Kindred. I don't know who Philip Kindred is. I do know who Black-White is. Let's go there. Black-White is the cumulative artificial intelligence of Camp Greyling. The machine begins. Its primary directive is to oversee AAV assets. Responsibilities include the planning of flight patterns and routes, air traffic control, maintenance schedules, coordination with base personnel, and test data recording, processing, and optimization. Its secondary directive broadens the scope to encompass base security. A task schedule comes on screen, sharing space with a map of flight routes calculating between military bases across the country. At present, it continues, Black-White is coordinating a task still incomplete. The last AAV in use awaits a transfer order for its next rotation to Grissom AFB. A PCB containing this information along with security clearance is en route. The monitor clears. Maybe if you can find that PCB. The progress bar continues its march as Black-White returns to the home screen. Okey-doke. All right, let's scoot. We're at 60%. Leave the Black-White terminal and return to the hangar. You cross to the ladder, and midway up the shaft you hear Black-White's voice, distant and echoed. Unauthorized access detected. TS-SIM violation. Escalating to condition Charlie. Sounds like that progress bar must have finished. Alarms start blaring below and above, and you scramble for the surface. The next thing you know, you've returned to the concrete shaft, squeezing back up towards the surface. One by one, the emergency lights below you shut down. Darkness wells up from the depths of the earth, and you're caught in its warpath. What will you even do? The VMADs on the surface will be out in full force, and who knows what new horrors await alongside the ADS turrets and energized fence. But there has to be a way to escape. There has to be. Camp Greyling's war cry shatters the air. Alarm lights pulse red, drawing in the walls of the hangar to surround you. Its vast emptiness only serves as a paper fortress. Your options are few. Crossing the hangar, you make your way to the side door. The VMADs have gained reinforcements, and they dominate the grounds, patrolling at a faster pace than before. The thought of slipping past them crosses your mind, but as if the base's sensors catch wind of it, the VMADs all immediately turn to face you. You slam shut the door. Not on foot. Nearly lost in swellings of red, the cone of pale light still directs your eyes. The AAV. You estimate that you can just fit into the empty weapons bay. You'd be shielded from the VMADs, but they would wait you out. Maybe this thing could still fly. Could you escape inside it? Even so, no machine can run without all of its parts, and the square absence at the drone's exposed side panel hangs agape. Is that crate holding the right part? The hangar doors hum to life, creeping open. Your time may be up. Pulling the PCB from the packing materials, you return to the AAV. Alarms rage, seconds slip away. The VMAD's death squad awaits hangar doors with predatory patience. A prayer catches in your throat. It's just you here. You and death. With the PCB slotted in, the drone breathes once more, a shrill whine of its life in its engine lungs. It throttles up. Enduring sections of the hangar doors groan through decades of rust as they ease open. The VMAD's now marching through. You climb inside the drone. It starts gaining momentum across the floor of the hangar, closer and closer towards the deathly gaze of the VMADs. You dare not hazard a look, but you can hear the crushing steps grow louder and then distant again as the AAV taxis outside. It turns almost in place and then catapults down the runway. You take flight. The AAV sails through the mist, higher and higher above Camp Greyling. Frost seeps into the air. Without any way to fasten yourself, you push hard against the sides, a ghost inside a machine, clinging desperately to his shell. The drone levels out before reaching much of an altitude. It turns. When it feels safe, you poke your head up. You see that you're headed south. North, past the tail fins, you see the small base silhouetted in red emergency lights. The three spheres of Greyling standing helpless against the escape of their prey. and the endless darkness swallowing all of Michigan. You lie back again and look up through the dense clouds at the stars you cannot see. You startle awake. No, it hasn't all just been a dream. You're still sitting in the AAV as its payload when a sudden jerk awakes you from the slumber of trauma-induced exhaustion. When you look out the top, all you can see of your former surroundings is a lake of mist far to the north. Below, the great black swamp. To see it sprawl from east to west, an antithesis of life, the necrosis of civilization, it's a haunting view beneath. Another crack accompanies the smell of burning plastic as you duck into your compartment again. The engines are failing, and there's a ragged whistling noise coming from the tail. The drone is no longer flying, but in a controlled fall. You hazard a peek outside. More and more of the swamp passes below. You glide past the rotting lands, the stinking roads, the crumbling buildings, the toxic fumes, but you're falling too fast to make a full crossing. You duck inside and brace for the inevitable. The drone hits something hard, the weightless rebound ringing in your ears for a moment before smashing and grinding through what sounds like rocks and water parts rip away. And sludge sprays into the hold from the openings they leave. The fuselage twists right suddenly and flips over, throwing you hard into a debris-filled pool. Wrenching metal and cracks of composite echo over the next mound as the drone becomes just another part of the desolate landscape. In a fit of coughing, you crane your neck away from the sludge and pull yourself weakly into an embankment. For several wheezing moments, you cling to the earth, gathering your senses. After more coughing, you plant a hand in the cold mud, push the ground away, and stagger to your feet. A brisk, acrid wind bites through your soaked clothes, and you turn to face away from it. Ahead, miles of lifeless muddy terrain punctuated by toxic pools and shells of old buildings. And beyond that, Indiana. Survival time, 3 days, 0.58 hours. The multitude at the cryo facility was found. Player is using an optical magnification device. Player can see distant objects better than most people. There you go. Player has acted significantly more good than evil. Player saw the glow in the east. Player chose a full-powered section of Greyling's fence. Oh, that's right, you can find a non-fully powered section. Aha. Crude air filter. Already returned to the cryo facility. Knows the creature coming down the hall was a dog man. Beginning the transformation into a Wendigo. What? Is carrying a device that DMC patrols can track. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Discovered the bank account info at the cryo facility. Already interacted with the Stoat. Is skilled in diagnosing and repairing machines. Already discovered exam room 17. All sorts of stuff. And this is just one way that you can win this game. I'm told there are others. I've never found any more. I'll go exploring and I'll find lots of cool stuff and then die. This is the only way that I've found to actually win the game, or at least finish it non-painfully. Yeah, so that it finishes and you're not dead yet. You just have to make it through Indiana, okay, so almost dead. But thank you all for watching. We may come back to this at some point. I do enjoy a good bit of Neo Scavenger. Maybe I'll play through and get into the later games. So probably the next time you see me here in Neo Scavenger, either there'll be an update to the game, or I'll have made it to a new interesting area and have not died. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for joining me as we play Neo Scavenger. I'll play with you again tomorrow.